Yo, what's going on guys? Kayanne Prod here, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about how to make R&B melodies. I'm going to walk you through step by step and how to make these beautiful melodies. Before we get started today, if I can ask you guys to please comment, like, subscribe. It's completely free and you can change your mind later, and I would greatly appreciate it, as it would help the channel and increase my motivation and bring you guys more content. Okay, now that we're in FL, the first thing you want to do is open up a piano sound. It doesn't really matter which piano sound you use, but anything close to like a grand piano should work well. The reason we want this is so that we can actually hear each of the notes played, so we could have a greater understanding of the chord progression before we change the sound and it gets obscure. This piano that I have right now is a stock FL piano, and and how you get to it is this blue packs with the box open. You press that, you press instruments, you press keyboard, and in here there'll be 5 keyboards that you can use. You can just get the closed grand, you can just drag and drop it in, and it actually sounds pretty good. So let's open up the piano roll and let's get started. I think I have, what do I have? I have C sharp and natural minor open. I guess we could just stay in that key. Actually, while this is C sharp minor, I'm gonna start on the E major, which E major and C sharp minor have the exact same key, but instead of leading with the C sharp, I'm gonna just lead with the E. I'm just gonna make it a very basic normal 7th chord and see how that sounds. It's pretty good, but if you hear there's not really any depth to it, a quick way to fix that is to take this last note, take it down 2 octaves, and then replace it. Already there's a lot more depth to it. The next thing, I guess we'll just go down. Let's add this in here. That's pretty good. There's no real rules to making chord progressions. It's really whatever sounds good to you. To me, this chord right here, it's not bad. But something we could do, because right now it feels a little dominant, something we could do to make it a little bit more airy is just bring this B up to the C sharp. And it'll just open it up a little bit, make it feel less constricting. And R&B typically will have really luscious chords and really openy, like the chords are really open as well. We're going down, so I guess I'll just go down another. If I were to line these 3 up, it would look like a triad, but they're root notes. So to make all of this sound like it's in the same space, I'm gonna add this one too, so it looks like it's carrying over. It's probably gonna sound really, this is probably gonna get too low also. Yeah, I'll just move it up. It's not bad. See, you could keep that. You could also keep this down here. There's no rules to it, but in this case, both of these notes right here are making it very powerful. So I'm just gonna take out this one, and it opens it up a little bit. From here, I'll probably just go up 1, build the chord progression. Okay, B. Okay, it's very majestic, and I don't really want that, so I'm gonna do something to make it a little bit more jazzy. These 2 notes right here are out of the key, but we could do this to jazz it up and make it a more R&B-ish transition to our first chord. Sounds pretty good. Another thing we could do, we're gonna have to bring down the BPM. 130 is a little too fast for what I'm thinking. Maybe just, yeah, that's perfectly fine. The next thing we want to do is make a top line melody for this. I want to figure out what the leading note is. So we both probably heard it that this note right here goes really well with the entire chord progression, except maybe at this part. At this part, it kind of is probably going to go down to this. But knowing this, that this is our leading, we could just build our entire leading off of this. Since this one goes down to the F sharp, we'll just bring that down to the F sharp too. Maybe even to give the melody more depth and more frequency range, we'll bring it up another octave. Nice. Another thing we could do is for the second part, to make it different, we'll make this chord more powerful. But remember back here it was too low, so we brought it up. So now here we could layer it with the note that's actually too low. So it's like a very powerful chord. Okay. The chord progression is done. The entire melody that we're going to make, I'm going to make an A side and a B side to this melody, hopefully. I'm going to show you exactly what to do to turn this basic chord progression into a beautiful melody with lots of layers. The first thing you want to do is replace this with ampler. This is not going to have any sound. What we're going to do is bring in VSTs and sounds and pull from these MIDIs and just copy and paste it there to make sounds. So for example, for the piano, I'll use Purity. Go to the presets. Pretty Suitcase. What does it sound like? Yeah, that'll do just fine. Let's take our main chords. Paste it into Purity. Take a listen. Let's bring it down an octave. I like that. So we're just gonna keep it like that. Let's hear it. Okay, that's gonna get a little too muddy when we bring in the bass. But I like that. We'll just keep it like that. The next thing, let's worry about this. I'm thinking like a pluck or like a tonal. Maybe I'll use a one shot. So I found this one shot in a kit that I had. It sounds like this. I think that'll do just nicely. Bring this, copy, piano roll, boom. Okay, way too high. Way too high. That's cool. Okay. Now you can go a lot of ways with this. What I'm thinking to add a little bit more movement is a guitar ARP. Okay, I have the classic Evolution Jazz archetype pulled up in Contact. I'm just gonna copy this into here. See how it sounds. That's pretty cool. But before we even do that, Let me shorten these. I'll bring them to like there. Tools, arpeggiate, accept. Boom, boom. Okay, we'll do that. Yep, perfect. Now obviously through plugins and effects, we're gonna make this sound a lot better and a lot smoother and a lot more realistic for R&B. But as it stands right now, this is a good start. So let's hear what we have. Actually, now that we've done this, low key, we can just bring these back too. Actually, before we consolidate this, I'm going to bring down, because I had an idea, I'm just going to bring down the volumes of these. Yeah, that should be fine. Actually, we'll cascade it like this. Here too. So it sounds like a delay. And we'll probably add another delay on top. Now we'll consolidate this. Alright, we have the keys, the bell, the guitar so far. The next thing we're going to do is the bass. Again, in the sampler channel, we have Trillion open. I'm going to go to the Creamer, which is my favorite sub ever. We're just gonna copy all of this. Really do not have to complicate this. Oh, I missed one. Very nice. I'm hearing a choir. I'm not sure about y'all, but I am hearing a choir. Now I'm going to... Now we have our handy dandy Omnisphere open. We're going to do this one. And just copy this. Copy. Paste. See, that goes too long. Even though that sounds amazing already, but... That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I'm also hearing a pad just to fill in some space. The pad, I'm probably going to bring the volume down really low. It's just going to be in the background, but it's just going to fill up some space in the background. Okay, I have a patch open in Gravity, and again, I just copied the exact same chord progression that we already made, and it sounds like this. Which is going to be really nice. I'm just going to bring down the volume and EQ it, just to make it sit in the background and add something in the background. Okay, I'm going to consolidate all of these. Okay, I've just consolidated everything, and honestly, there's no real method to doing this. It's just whatever you hear. Like, instead of a pad or instead of a choir, I could have put strings. I could have put like an ensemble or something. It's really up to you and whatever you feel like it needs. And at the end of the day, it should just be fun. It should be something that you like. This is what we have so far. Now, this isn't a Kayanne prod melody without some vocals on it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut to when the vocals are finished, and I'm just going to show you the effects that I put on top of it, like I did in the other two videos. Okay guys, an hour later, and I have finished the mixing as well as the vocals. Now I'm going to go through exactly what I did to the vocals. So that consolidated it because it was eating my CPU, but without any effects, cringe alert, this is what it sounds like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It sounds like Tarzan. Right, so I took that. First thing I did, of course, auto-tune, because I'm pitchy. That's what it looked like. I put an EQ on it. I cut out a lot of the highs. So now it's sounding like that. Because my voice has a lot of high, and I don't really want that because this beat or this melody has a lot of high in it right now. I put an effect rack of the rock lead vocal preset, but it wasn't enough grime for me, so I added a fast distortion, a fruity phaser on what on ouch. It's on ouch. And finally a fruity reverb. And I put it real low. And then keys, we put on a equalizer as well as reverb. Sounds like this. The bell for this first part, we pitched it down an octave, as well as for the bell, another EQ, just slightly, and reverb. So the first part, it's low, and then for as it gets into it, it's at its normal velocity. Okay, the next thing is the guitar. Before, the guitar sounded like this. After, we put some EQ, we put a guitar rig on arpeggio delays as well as a reverb. It sounds like this. The bass, I think I put a decapitator. Yep, I put a decapitator on it. Sounds like this now. Just gives it a little bit more crunch. For the choir, EQ'd it like that. And put reverb. Sounds like this now. Actually, that should be better. Oh, also we pitched it up an octave. The pad, just an EQ. Everything together should sound like this. If you like this kind of content and want to see more, please be sure to let me know in the comments. Comment below if you want to see me do anything else, like plugin reviews, reactions, or even another genre. I'm open to do pretty much anything. Subscribe if you're new. Even if you aren't new and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Comment, like, all that good stuff. Comment fire emojis down below if you've made it this far. And I'll leave you with a snippet of a track that I have with two of my buddies from Houston. Roll it.
I just hopped on the 144, took that route on my way home. Big blunt gas is all that I smoke. Took from the back cause the front is old. Who would have asked if no one told? Can't be no bitch, I never fold. Hold up, it ain't making sense. There's a lot of things we could have done.